This is a stencil that I designed. It's called Love Frame, and you can see it has this open heart in it. And I debated for a long time about whether the heart should be open or closed, but I figured people could make the heart closed if they wanted. So I have a piece of stencil plastic here. Now you could certainly use paper or cardboard or anything like that. I'm just using stencil plastic because I want to be able to reuse this over and over again. So I'm actually going to trace it in two sections because I'm going to trace the inside here with a permanent marker. And then I'm just going to trace a couple of the points here on the outside just so that I know about how thick that is, because I want to make it thinner than that so that it will just nest perfectly into the hole. I think I'm drawing on the stencil as much as I am any of these markers. Okay, so when I pull that off, you can see I have kind of a sketchy outline, which again, it doesn't need to be exact because I'm not really going to be cutting on this line. I'm just kind of using it as a guideline. Okay, so I have my guideline, and basically what I do is I want to cut between the two lines. So when you're cutting stencil plastic or cardboard or anything like that, you just want to take a heavy pair of scissors and get in there. So I'm not too worried about being careful or perfect on this because, again, we're just sort of guesstimating between the two points. And remember, you can always cut more away. You can't add any, so it's better to be a little bit generous and discover that you need to cut something away than go the other way. So I have my heart, and this particular stencil plastic actually has a clear film on it, which this may be the hardest part of this endeavor, is I need to try to get the clear film off of here. Okay, so I've pulled the clear film away from both sides. And now, if I bring my stencil back, I can see that I clearly traced on the other side. There you go. So I just flipped that over and now it fits perfectly in here. So why did I do that? Well, I'm going to show you exactly why. So I am going to use a gelatin plate. I've got something stuck to the bottom of it. So let me just get some paint on here. I have paint on my plate. I'm going to go ahead and put this stencil down on the plate. My stencil is a little bit bigger than my plate, which is fine. And now I'm going to go ahead and print this. And you can see I get a beautiful print, but I also have a big green heart. Now the reason that we made that mask is in case we don't want that heart. So I don't think there's enough paint on here to print it entirely again, so let me just clean the plate and we'll start again. I have once more put paint out onto the plate, and I again am going to put the stencil down on top of it, but this time I'm going to take this little mask that we made and put it on top. So now you can guess what's going to happen when I print. Ta-da! So now you can see I have the same print, but this one has the heart missing and this one has the heart in it, which is just really cool that you can have either one that you want. And if you do a layered print, it's even cooler. So I'll show you what that looks like. This print used the little mask, and this print did not use the little mask, so you can just see the difference. It's not like it's insanely dramatic, but I think it actually makes the design just that much more flexible when you can either have it be, I mostly see red, or I really think I focus on the yellow in this one, even though it's the same process, a red background with yellow on top and then the stencil with the mask or without. A little bit of versatility, just cut yourself a little mask.